Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. We're leaving the beautiful Waikato behind today. We're heading over the hills to Tauranga, to the beautiful Bay of Plenty, to check out a fantastic shed that we've been built over there. We've had a crew in Tauranga building for us. They've done a fantastic job so far, so we're going to go check that out. So if you're in Tauranga or anywhere, come along for this journey today. We're going to be checking that shed out and checking out my favourite swimming spot on the way home. Let's go! Welcome, we've arrived in the sunny, beautiful Bay of Plenty, Te Puke to be exact. We've cruised down the expressway and we've arrived, and super excited with the shed that I'm standing in front of. It's just another awesome example of what we do here at Waikato Sheds. So we've had a build crew that we've engaged down here and they've built it for us, and we're really happy with the job that they've done. So awesome, as you can see, 3 big roller doors and then a nice glass stacker door at the end. He's put in a bathroom, got a couple of PA doors on it, and the guy, he owns this site and he owns the site next door, and what he wanted to do was build this so that he's going to be able to make a secondary income off this site. So he's engaged us. He's had Bronick, our #1 salesman, on the job, and they've designed this up for them so that it's going to be a multiple use sort of thing. It could be a mechanic in here, it could do with agriculture, as there's so many beautiful kiwi fruit growing in the area. So absolutely fantastic. We've been hard at work, loaded up the trailer from all the leftover materials and cover sheets, loaded that up. Now we're going to have a little look round. One of the sort of things on this shed that's different from a lot of the sheds we do is this overhang. So what we've done there is just extended the portals through on this side to create a covered overhang. And like we always do, we line the underside of all of that to keep it bird proof and looking super sharp. What that gives you though is the ability to have your doors up when it's raining and the rain isn't hammering in, easier to load and unload trailers, and because we're in the sunshine, well, it's not actually sunshine capital, but it is beautiful and sunny, Bay of Plenty, it's a bit of shade as well, which is really nice on a hot day like today. So we've got it all in ebony, colour steel, and then New Zealand steel inside. So we'll have a little look around the rest of it and show you the great workmanship that they've done in here. So we've come on inside now, and as you can see, just another big, beautiful, light-filled shed. Double strap bracing on the wall behind me, mullions in it, and then so we've got a nice big bit of glazing window in here, and then the stacker door to the side. So they've just gone for this. It's going to be a bathroom at one end, and then this will be able to be used as an office or in a reception area, whatever they decide to do, depending on what business goes in here. We've fitted a couple of whirlybirds up onto this, the big 600 industrial ones, so they can handle that wind load, but also they're really helping suck that hot air out and keeping it nice and cool in here. So we'll have a look at the knee braces, strap bracing, big beautiful roller doors and all of that stuff. So with these big industrial doors, they've decided just to go chain driven. You can have a motor on it, but they're pretty easy to open. He says as he can't open it. There we go. Push that across and then just pull on this handle, and you know, that's pretty easy to put up and down. And you can just then latch that on there, and then you can have a little bit of airflow, or you can put it the whole way up depending on what you're wanting to do. So just one of the sort of different things you're going to think about in that design process is, do you want chain driven, or do you want to have the motors on there and have that a bit easier to do? I mean, mainly easier that you can pull up in your car and just beep and it comes up. But yeah, really fantastic, really happy with the build. So obviously if you are in the Bay of Plenty area, we have these builders on board now, so we can sell you a kit set and you can have your own builder's builder, or we can handle the whole project for you from council consenting all the way through building to the end. So yeah, get in touch with any of our salesmen, Glenn, Veronica and Tom, our 3 salesmen, all really good, lot of experience. Talk to them, you just need to ring up, make a time to book, and come in and see them. And remember to like our videos, turn on the notifications if you want to see more of my beautiful face and these beautiful sheds, and chuck us a comment in there if you have something you want to see, or you just want to tell me how good I am on camera. I love to hear it. All good? Oh well, great sheds, done right. G'day, we're back out here on this awesome job Anderson Construction's doing for us. And they've gotten a long way in the process now. They've framed it all up, walls have been on, roof's gone on, they've started putting some of the flashings on, and if we come inside, they've also got the windows all done. And these are looking really sharp. So what they've done is formed the opening with J-track. Let me wander over into the picture. So they've formed this window opening, so they've used this as J-track, and what they've done is cut the top hat out that ran the whole way through, and then run J-track from one top hat all the way down to another one, and then put in these 2 pieces to form the top and the bottom. Folded the paper around, tech screwed that on. They will tape all the corners afterwards, cut that out and fit their window. When it's going into a gable wall like this one, they have to have these mullions on each side of the window to give the top hats extra strength. And then same thing down here, they've done it and formed the opening for the PA door to go in. So really nice attention to detail on it all, but obviously this is just going to make this wall super strong, so when you've got your door and your window in there, there's no rattling or anything like that. So that's a really well done job. They've started putting gutter brackets up around the back, and then they've got the gutters up here, and they're going to start folding their stop ends in and doing that as well. So everything's looking really sharp. Here they've formed the doorway, so they've put their door mullions in, and then they've tech screwed the mullion fixing plates on and put in the headers for all of those. So this is going to have 3 roller doors in it, PA door and a window, and so everything's just coming up really nice on this. Everything's looking really sharp, so we'll have a little wander around the place and have a look at a few of the other details and go from there. Welcome to another day in the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, but we're actually up in Auckland at this fantastic build that we're really proud to have worked in with this church. So it's a Romanian church group, and they've wanted to build something to be able to have like a hall where they can have gatherings, have parties, have social events, and somewhere after they go to their church that they can come back here and enjoy themselves. So we've designed this up for them, worked in with Father Michael, and really happy with the result. It sort of looks obviously like a shed, so it's in a rural setting, so that sort of works well with the land, but it also has a little bit more to me of a feel of something that's a bit more, especially with these fantastic doors with the glass in them, and then the barn style window as well. So we've made that all happen with them, worked in with them through the council for a few things like to make sure it's up high enough off the ground in case of low level flooding, and just worked through all of that. We were really happy to work through any issues with the council or anything else. It's never too much. So let's wander around and have a look at it. So it's nice big straight gable shed, so reasonably basic in the build, but then they've gone along and added a lot of aluminium into it. So they'll have their car park on this one side here, and then they're able to walk through and into it. So it's a fantastic little setup they have here, really, really beautiful and has a really nice feel to it. So here we are down the one side, so they've got the main entranceway to it out the front that we just saw, but then to work with a few compliance issues, we've added 2 extra doors that are lockable on the side. So these are glass PA doors, glass doors from City Glass, and they're really nice. I really like them, double glazed, so really warm, and but just super light, super easy to use. So one of them's going to go into a kitchen area where they're going to be able to serve tea and coffee, but also because we've made it lockable, they will be able to apply for a liquor license if they wanted to have a wedding or something like that going on in here. And then the other door back here goes into the bathroom. So it just allows them, if they're having a function going on, they have access both ways and just gives them the ability to do different things in here. So we'll come inside and we'll have a look at what's going on in here. Like you can see from the outside with this glass in here and this top window, it has a really nice feel to it, a sort of a church-like feel. So you've come through and it's just one big room, and what we've done is with the use of steel house framing, we've walled off like not even a half, maybe a quarter here. So in this first room, they're going to have this as nice little storage bay. So obviously for all your chairs and tables and that sort of thing, they're going to have that all stored in here, which is really cool. So steel house, something we use quite a lot of now, and it's just, Father Michael was saying he was just super happy with how quickly it all went up and how easy it was for them to use. So it's just really good product. So here, this is going to have bifold sort of shutters on it, and they're going to be able to serve tea and coffee and snacks through here. So that's a really cool little feature. So we'd go through a door, boop. That's the glass door I was talking about that goes into here. So in here they've got a nice window, they've got the pass-through area, and then in here they have this area that they will be able to put freezers in, chest freezer, a few other freezers, and then be able to have all their cool stuff in here and a bit of dry storage area. They have benches, sinks and everything in here, so really cool and really happy with how this has all turned out. And then our next two bits was another room here. I forget what Father Michael said that one was going to be for actually. But just more storage, got a nice window in it, so more room for storage, possibly a little office. And then we've got a bigger toilet here, so this is for wheelchair access. We've made a bigger doorway and easier to get in and out of. So that's one bathroom, and then nice little corridor, window, and 2 more toilets. So these nice toilet, just really good. Gone quite small on these just to fit in a lot. So it's really cool this. So over time they're going to line everything, power, water, all of that good stuff. But yeah, as we go back through and into this area, you can imagine for them, for any community group or anything like that, having an area like this where you could hold weddings, funerals, parties, all sorts of things, it's just added so much to their community to be able to have it. And they've been having people from their group come through, and they've all just been super impressed with how clean and tidy and nice the area is. And with all that light in here, it just feels really good, really special. So really excited to see this over the next while as they fundraise and get more money to continue the process and continue to deck it all out. But you know, it's just fantastic. And like all our sheds, New Zealand steel, paper, we just deal with all the best companies so that we can produce the best sheds possible. So, you know, all mullions, top hats, C-sections, all of that good stuff. it's really just all come together to build a beautiful shed. We'll pop back outside, have a little look around the rest of the building. Thank you so much Father Michael and everybody involved for choosing us to build this shed and giving us the opportunity to build something really special for you guys, and we're just so happy that you're going to enjoy this for years to come. Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato sheds. We're in the far north of the Waikato, the Big Smoke, Auckland, and would you have a look at this absolute beauty behind us that we've got here. This thing is humongous. We're going to have a look around today at a few of the things that are going on in this huge mono-pitched shed we've built here, and just show you what we can do, which is fantastic, the work. So we've got a team of builders full-time up in Auckland building for us. So obviously if you've got a shed, you want a shed, come and see us. But like, as you can see with me standing in front of this and the beautiful Hilux here, the scope of it, it's absolutely huge. I believe it's something like 12 to 15 meters to the knee. I need to get my spec sheet out and brush up on a few of the specs, all clad in colour steel, and it's got a few roller doors, a few PA doors, but it's absolutely massive, built for big machinery to go in. So I guess we'll have a walk around the outside first, and then we'll show you a bit of the details on inside. So as we come around here, what we've done is built this big mono with an extension off the front of it as well. Pretty windy out on site today, lucky I got my new little mic on board. So we've lined all of that, got the gutter up on here, 400mm downpipes to catch all that beautiful rainwater, and all clad in colour steel. Quite a bit of flashing work's gone into that end detail to close that all in, make it all bird proof and beautiful. So that's something we always make sure we do with these sheds, is just enclose them really well, flash them really well so the birds can't get in there and nest, because birds are going to find anywhere they can to get in to nest, so we do a really good job to make sure that that doesn't happen. We've got 3 roller doors along the front, and it's been split into 3 inside with internal walls. So as we come through, we'll see all of that. So we've got the flashings on the side here. These are nice, what you call them Shannon style flashing, where they come along and dip into the pan like that. What's really cool about this style of flashing is you can get your roller door flashings really even with them, so it's a nice little thing. So what you might see here is this little nib wall, and because this is such a huge shed, instead of pouring a huge concrete pad all at once, having to battle with the sun, the rain and everything, we've actually just had a nib wall poured and little plinths poured on the inside to hold our big C400 legs. So what they're going to do is afterwards, like now that we're completed, once the garage doors go in, they're going to lay the concrete and going to have that ability to not have to worry about the rain or the sun or anything, and they're going to be able to work that concrete and get a really good finish. So good thing to do on a really big shed like this. Obviously as well, you could always just run it with no concrete floor, I suppose, so that you would have cut a bit of cost out there on that. But yeah, as you can see inside, we've got these huge internal walls gone in, which break the shed into a few different sizes. And so this is the biggest one. This is 4 bays, this end, PA door in the middle, and look at that PA door. Beautiful, but absolutely dwarfed by the size of that wall. Knee braces in both ends on this one, a lot of strap bracing, but absolutely just such a big solid shed. You're going to be able to put big diggers in here, move the booms around, work on all your machinery, do just all sorts of different stuff in here. Maybe I'd build a skate park, the dream setup. So we've got all that going on. We'll go through, have a look at the other bays. Maybe we'll pop through this PA door and shoot around the other side. The crew here done a fantastic job with all the whole build, with fly bracing on everywhere, J-track to form these PA door openings and these beautiful Metalcraft PA doors. Whew. It's bright out there, just like my future, so I'm going to whip on the shades. So as you can see here, look at that, absolutely humongous this side of the shed, which it's yeah, really cool setup here. So as we come through, we've just got a couple more PA doors so that the people can exit in and out, bit of fire safety as well, having several exits to be able to use. And just the same thing, they've done nice Shannon flashing on these doors, and they just look really sharp. New nice metal craft PA doors, which are absolutely beautiful. So we come through and come into here, and just another huge cavernous area. So the first bay we were in was 4 bays, and this is just 2 bays. So they've gone through and done this. Another big internal wall through here, and just the same sort of layout again, but just amazing. Just the sheer volume and size of this place. So when they've done the concreted, they've also put us these plinths in here in the centre so that we can put our mullions onto those. And then later on, when they come through and do the concrete, they'll have these sort of points to run their concrete to and get it all. Like I say, pretty much every bay in this thing's had strap bracing put on to give it extra rigidity and strength in every way when that wind picks up. This is going to be here, stand the test of time for a long time. So it'll be exciting to see it when they put these roller doors in. It's a little bit different setup here compared to a smaller normal shed. You've got your roller door mullions, but then you've also has your strong mullions on your side. So we've got these bad boys up each side. So they're a C200 and then a C300, just forming that whole doorway to make it super strong in every direction, and then be able to fit a really big, nice garage roller door onto that. Being commercial, everything's going to be that bit heavier and a bit stronger and bigger. So we'll mosey around and have a check out of this 3rd bay. If we sort of turn around and have a look, you see this awesome bit of kit here, this track dump truck unit, and as you can see it next to the shed, you just get that feeling for the size of it, of this whole shed, that's a big bit of kit, but it doesn't look that big up against that. So yeah, really fantastic. Nice big box gutter on the whole thing, so we can catch all that rainwater. And then we come into the last bay. So the last 2 bays the same size, they're just 2 portals wide, and just same thing, absolutely amazing. Look at the sheer volume and size of this. Once this is concreted, you could imagine having shelving galore in here, be able to store all your machinery parts, be servicing machines, just doing all sorts of things. Or like this one, maybe you have a few different businesses in here, so the guy might have his machines in the end and then rent these out, which would be a fantastic spot to run a business out of. So yeah, it's all all really good. Really happy with the build crew that we've got up in Auckland. They do fantastic work for us. Really sharp on their timing and their consistency and quality of work. So definitely don't hesitate to get in contact with us if you're looking for a shed in Auckland. Absolutely fantastic. On this wall we've got a bit of double strap bracing. So a lot of single strap bracing round, but sometimes the engineers want that extra bit of strength, and we put a nice bit of double strap bracing in there like that. 200mm top hats on this, so it's a really big, strong New Zealand built shed, which is fantastic. Just the sheer size is pretty mind-boggling. So we'll pop outside and we'll just check out a few more things. So we've had a good look around the shed. It's absolutely massive. We're talking 50 metres by 20 metres, 12 metres to the back corner of the gable. So huge. So, you know, like you say, we can do it all. We can build anything from a little 30 square metre to an absolute monster like this. One of the other cool things at this site's been the owners had really prepped it well for us. Having all this metal in here, there's no mud anywhere. And so having a really well prepped site with gravel or metal all round your site, it's going to make it a cleaner build. It's going to make it easier and safer for our builders to build. And then you going forward, it's easier to kit out for electricians and everybody else, just having a really good base to start from, where a lot of people end up building their sheds then doing that later. It is really good to get a lot of gravel in to start with and just get your site really tidy and nice. So absolutely stoked with this shed, how it's turned out. And yeah, can't wait to see the finishing touches, the concrete go down, the roller doors go in, and we'll definitely be back to see all of that after it's done. Alright, great sheds, done right. Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. We're up here in West Auckland at the new Reuse, Reduce, Recycle Centre. We've supplied 3 buildings as kit sets for them. Come with me and we'll take a tour around and have a look at the awesome work they're doing here. Let's go. Cool, so we've jumped out of the ute now and we're just going to have a little wander around and have a look at some of the awesome stuff that we've got going on here. So this big covered lean-to's really fantastic. So when people are dropping and picking up stuff, they can do it all dry, and then they've got a big car park out there. Beautiful big garage doors. We're looking at a Pioneer red on here, which is really nice colour, your traditional shed colour. So that's looking really sharp there on that. So something a bit different from our normal sheds, but this is a bit of cross bracing built into these legs that we've got in there, just to give that a little bit of extra stability. So that's fantastic. All been plumbed up this with a big fire irrigation, like watering system in case there was ever a fire. So safety first, so that's really awesome to see that. And yeah, so a big project like this takes a long time to get everything set up and done, but like this, all wheelchair friendly, awesome city glass joinery. You open that up and you're straight into this huge room, and they've already started to fill it up with lots of different treasures in there, so people are going to be able to come and buy and sell goods. Like, look at this thing here. Somebody hadn't wanted it anymore and passed it on. It's a little monkey. Meow, meow. Stand him back up. There you go, mate. Beautiful little set of drawer chest thing there. This is another awesome PA door. It's one that I'm really like the look of here. Oh God. With your glass and then a solid bottom, so nice and safe, but still lets light in. You can still have a peek through there, see all the shelving they're setting up to be able to get all those donated goods and set them up, because some of it will probably go to the shop to be sold, but also some of it might be going to city missions and other charitable causes that need all that good stuff. So something we don't see on a lot of our buildings, but it is really smart, is they've built in this edge fall protection up the top, so that when people are getting up there to clean the roof, service air conditioning machines, run power, all of that sort of stuff, there's built-in safety, so that's really awesome to see. Here they've actually built in a drainage grill system all round it as well, which is really smart. Keeps a lot safer. Got a nice little office in that door. Through here, just another PA door. But if we come down here, through here is a couple of different bathrooms as well. So we're taking care of all that consenting and getting all of that done for it. Wheelchair accessible, which is really cool to see. And then out the back here is the workshop, so that's really good. So we're in one of the buildings here, so the setup's going to be, you're going to be able to drive through, drop it off, and then the end white shed, they're going to be sorting through all the stuff. And then this side's going to sort of be more your building material side, downpipes, screws, tin, all of that. And then the shop on the other side is going to be bric-a-brac, which is, you know, your plates and cups and sets of drawers and things like that. So they're going to have 2 shops running plus a sorting facility running. So absolutely fantastic to have all of this stuff being able to be rehomed and reused. So this is a big gable. When you stand in here it feels like it's off centre, but that's because the other side of this gable continues through and makes that covered area that you have to be able to unload everything. So obviously when it's all running, they've got several different roller doors they're going to be able to have up everywhere to be able to have really good flow and access. So people might pull in and drop stuff off here or go around and drop stuff off. So at the moment they're getting commercial racks all installed, which is really cool. So they've got a deal on these and they're going to have them all set up so that they can just have heaps of different stuff stacked up, whether that's tiles or nuts and bolts, screws, all the sorts of different stuff. So as we were talking about earlier, it's got a full sprinkler system in this, and this little weatherboard area here has got part of the sprinkler pump house in it, and then you've got all these big units taking all the water the whole way round to make it really safe. We've installed a heap of whirlybirds on this one to suck out that hot air and circulate it back through. They've had it all wired up. A lot of clear lights as well, which in this building work really well to let a lot of light in. And then in between the clear lights, you can't see it obviously from here, but they've put solar panels on everything. So just a really eco-friendly and you know, cool thing. One of the really unique bits of this build was, because we're on quite a tight little bit of land, this shed has got an angled wall on it. So instead of 2 straight walls like a normal gable, we've put an angled wall on it. And so that took a bit of engineering and designing, but it works well so that they have a lot of room to drive around and still. So that's, you know, like we say, anything, we can do anything, we can work through any problems you might have with your land and make a shed work. We're not just into building basic kit sets, we're into building and designing everything. Although in saying that these are kit sets, but you know, we designed through it all and supplied these. So yeah, it's fantastic. All these beautiful knee braces in here. 2 sort of different angles on these knee braces because of how this wall has got that extension out on it to create the covered pathway. So yeah, it's awesome seeing all this. I can't wait to come back and have a look through this all when it's all finished, and yeah, have a look at all the goodies. All automatic roller doors, so that's an awesome feature. Big wind lock channels on all of these, so they're built really strong to handle all that wind and everything else. So yeah, as you come through, you see the portals extending through, and then we've got these big bits of steel here holding it up, and that roof runs over the top of the other roof, so you have this really nice corridor that's super well sealed from the elements. So looking real sharp with all the different colours they've used and how everything's working. We've got a man here on a forklift, so we'll jump out of his way and let him come through. Bollards everywhere. This is really smart. So when people are backing trailers and trucks in, they're going to protect the side of the door and the rollers on all the doors. So that's really smart thinking by them. We're walking through this covered area now. So just fantastic. Have all these cars be able to pull up, and load zone, drop off zone and all of that, and obviously then all the parking around the front. So obviously they'll be able to have this door open and have both shops running at the same time, and then have different loadings and things going on all at once, which is really cool. And then we come inside, and the crew here has been really busy starting to deck out the inside of this shop. So you're going to come in and they're going to have all the awesome, often new and used stuff at these sort of places. Some people just go into the dump and then they realise that they can recycle this and it can have a new home, and other people just like to bring their stuff here sort of like it's an op shop. It gives it a second life and puts money back into the community. So it's really awesome, really loving the feel of it, how they've plywooded the walls, and then they're making all these different cool spaces. Like over here, one of my favourite spaces always to have a look at will be the tools. So they're going to have tools, they're going to have an area with books, an area with bric-a-brac like cups and saucers and all of that awesome sort of stuff. Same in here, we've put heaps of whirlybirds in, and they're sucking all that hot air out and letting it go. Also a lot of clear light panels to let in all that beautiful natural light, but also big down lights to let in, to light it up when it's a bit darker through winter. So yeah, they're making some pretty cool stuff here, like this old telephone post setup with the big old, this wheel like heart tea tree, no not tea tree, Remu or something like that, and these made in New Zealand. Just really cool seeing all this sort of upcycling that they're doing here and giving it that really nice feel. And that's with a big structure like this, you're able to do anything like that. So through the big roller door at the front, it goes into a covered area there that they'll be able to have more stuff. That may actually be the entry, because there's going to be so much going on here. Some people are just going to park out the front and walk through to the shop. Other people are going to drive around the back and drop things off. So you're going to have lots of different stuff going on. And they've really started to think about that and design it to be just how they want it. This here is fantastic, big old bit of tree that they're making it look sort of like it's got mushrooms growing out of it. Oh, like this, just so much awesome stuff. Old chests that they've built shelves into, so they'll be able to store and show off all the different things they have here. So yeah, absolutely amazing seeing this all come together, and just the sheer size of it is pretty fantastic. I know there'll be a lot of people that are going to want to be coming out here and getting the goodies. They're hoping around April for a grand opening, but we'll keep you posted on that. What more can I say? New Zealand steel, built to last. We give all our sheds, I believe, a 50-year guarantee. And New Zealand steel, it's built to stand our harsh environment and really last, and built strong so you can have these big clear span sheds that you can do so much in. Here we are, they've built in a little office into this side, which is really cool. And that's a cool thing, once you've got the clear span, structurally you can sort of just build little rooms within it really easily. And they've used old timber, and that's what it's all about here, upcycling all this old material into new stuff. So really loving that, and the artwork behind us going in. It's such a cool community space to be able to show off. Then this will, I imagine, be sort of closed off possibly to the public, and it's more storage room where they'll be able to bring goodies forward to then put into the shop, but it's an area where they can sort things and work through it all. So yeah, that's really cool. Another little wine sales, oh, get myself a bottle. Just another little upcycled room here, a bit of a staff room for the staff. So they've got the coffee machine and all of that, and we've actually built a little cover out over there as well for them so they can pop outside, get a bit of fresh air, which is really good. We'll have a walk through, check out these bathrooms, and then check out the last shed out the back before we get going home. Look at this, this is pretty cool. Concrete trowel, and that opens up the door. It's a cool bit of upcycling there. So then, what have we got here? Toilet for everybody. Nice big door, nice and easy to get into. And then just two more toilets with a bit of cool upcycled art and wood on there, all round there. So obviously when we're dealing with these sorts of builds, we can take care of all of that, the planning, the consents, and then the builds. So yeah, absolutely awesome. Nice big wide garage door here, so they're going to be able to back in here, drop off all the materials that they're selling at the shop. because these sort of shops can get pretty busy with people coming and going all the time and just selling a lot of product, and yeah, that's really awesome. So this will be the area where they sort through all of the goods that are getting dropped off. They'll price them and they'll decide which shop they go to, whether it's the bric-a-brac or it's the more DIY side. And then also they'll probably have an area where people might come and help fix up a lawnmower and just fix up things before it goes up for sale. So just another big, beautiful, clear, straight gable here. Obviously at the moment they've got a lot of the materials and that they're using and making to deck out their shop. So already it's getting a lot of use. And as you can see, with it being so big, they're able to store a lot and work around really easily and safely, and crack open a few doors, get a nice breeze going through in here as well. So that's really cool. So we've actually put a couple of whirlybirds in this one as well. They must be a bit of a different style to the other ones. They've been boxed out differently. But yeah, really good. Just having the ability to be able to drive straight through if they wanted to be able to reverse a trailer in if they need to. They've really thought it through, that it's just made it as easy as possible to do as much as possible in this. So yeah, really proud of that. So yeah, if you're out West Auckland or you're coming through, definitely once this opens up, come and check it out. It's an absolutely awesome project. We're really proud to have been a part of it, supplying the kit sets. So yeah, great sheds done right. Finished our mahi for the day. We're on the way home. We've stopped in at my favourite swimming spot over here, McLaren's Falls. If you haven't been, it's absolutely a must do. Come have a swim. Well, let's check it out.